but I also want to see Oblivion. How much did you pay, Wild? Don't tell me that's like 6,000 points for no reason. What is that? 4,800. You spent 4,800 points. You were that desperate, huh? Had so many different options for Limbus. Oh. Could you change it to Limbus for me, Walk on? You can change the title to whatever you want. Oh yeah, I have 2 different pages now. I have Story Rupture and a Bleed build. I just did the Bleed build, and the Bleed build honestly felt pretty good on the Mirror Dungeon. $5,400 points? Why did you vote again?
Chat, has Boka been good these past streams? I haven't been around much.
I'm always good. I'm a good bean. You like Limbus? Understandable. I spent one more time on this and I got another one of this girl. I don't know if she gets stronger. Yeah, she didn't get stronger even though I got another one of her. Why is that? I got another one of her. Well, no, doesn't she get another up tie? Oh, they give me shards for her. Okay. Alright, let's go. Forgot to change that over to that.
작전 호출. 입감.
Who is it that's pulling down my level? Oh, it's her and him. Consume the water. Thank you, Lynx. Gosh darn it, boy! Thank you for supporting me.
숨통 끊기.
내가 시범을 보이지.
확인 사살. 가치 없군. 죽어.
Call the darkness upon me, from deepest depths of earth and sea. From ancient evils unawoken, break the one that can't be broken. To blackest night I pledge my soul and crush.
가치 없.
My heart
That
is
one
burning
was for
cold.
male.
Summon forth
They
the
like
deadly
dark
power to see my
chocolate.
hatred foe devoured. That one was for male. They like dark chocolate.
자,
Me and Dark Boka agree.
아직 죽지 마라.
Me and male Boka agree on that.
가치 없군. 죽어라.
Luigi says thank you guys.
뒷박질 중.
Luigi likes mint. I like raspberry.
끊기.
I've never had dark chili. I would try it if someone sent me some. Because you can't get anything like that around here. You don't really only get like generic flavors. I think they've just started having the dark mint. But for the longest time, I think the craziest thing was the dark raspberry.
흑수며 뒷박질 중.
My favorite things that Enders has sent me, I can tell y'all because I've kept some of the back packaging. I love the Nutella biscuits. They're a little... I can only have like one of them a day. So they're a little high in calories. I can only have one every so often of the pickup dark chocolate biscuits.
Bokath one lurker Boka, you said mint right, cause I was scratching my head and I heard men instead of mint when you said Luigi likes mint.
I love the macadamia nut. I kind of like that kind of flavor, that version of nut in chocolate, because it gets soft, whereas peanut gets hard and it stays hard and brittle, and it makes a huge crunch sound. Macadamia nut kind of just...
But if Boka opens their own boba shop, they can have all the boba they want. There is even a perfect game to learn how.
I love the chocolate ice cream chocolate. You can only have a few pieces of it though. I think my most favorite thing though was the Regals, the Kinder Regals. And the... Oh, there's my Kinder Countries. I've been wondering where they were. Some of the stuff fell out of the bag. Books, it looks like. I need to try these. And the bonbons were really good. I love the bonbons because I can have like 5 of those.
너냐?
I definitely said no.
가치.
Suplex! You can't suplex
기름도
me.
나오지 않는 놈이구려.
You wish you could suplex me.
끝내지.
We are all picturing the chocolate brand with the diamond-shaped logo.
좋은 말 할 때 당신들 대장이
Diamond
있는
shape.
방이 어디인지 말하는 게 좋을
Ghirardelli? Ghirardelli, come on. Diamond shape. No. Okay. What the hell was that? Linda?
어울리지도 않는 놈이 그렇게 말해봐야.
헛소리 아니에요. 다음에도 말이 안 통하면 다음으로
I'm
깨지는 건
serious. Talk. Or the next thing getting smashed is your head, your
머리통이에요.
skull.
알았어.
Okay, let's calm down.
선장은 여기
Captain
없어.
ain't here. If it's hostage you're looking for, the first
선장님이
mate,
계시니까
no.
그분이 알고.
어디인데요?
저쪽 복도.
The last room at the door, end of that corridor.
아이,
그쪽 말고.
야, 너 뭔가 늘었는데?
You're getting better at this, aren't you?
이런 걸로
I don't want to
칭찬받고
get
싶지 않아.
complimented for doing something like this.
조금이라도 빨리
I
구해야
just-
한다고
I
생각했어.
just think we have to get the hostage as soon as possible.
좋아. 생동감이 살아있는 좋은 공간이 됐군. 다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
Hmm? Oh, they're called the same thing. Oh, it's first mate 2. I'm dumb.
이 경로는 숨어들기 나쁘지 않군 그래.
요란스럽기도 해라.
I fought
어느
her in.
선장이 보낸 거야?
She's annoying. She was
아니면
annoying in the mirror dungeon. I actually
너무나
fought her in the
그곳에
mirror dungeon.
현상금이라도 붙었나?
She actually red staggered one of my guys. Lint chocolate. Oh yeah, that's right.
당신이 여기 보스야?
그래? 내가 쌍갈고리 해적단의 부선장 스미야. 날 보고 싶어 했다.
Heard you wanted to see me.
뭐?
What?
사인
Want an
받고
autograph?
당신은 2인자라고
We were
들었다.
last informed that you were the second in command.
우리는 보스를 원한다.
We seek your superior.
어디 있지?
Superior, tell us their whereabouts.
후크 그놈은
That ass
어디서
has to be
오종도
drowning in
마시고
bottles of
있겠지.
fairy wine somewhere. 3 sheets to the wind.
그러니까
But
실질적으로
pretty much
내가
run this
이것을
joint, de
지배하고 있는
facto
걸
and all, you
거기는
know.
뻔해. 그리고 이 항구에선 고작 향수 사업만
You
하지.
gotta understand that
돈이 좀
predicament. The
모자라잖아.
perfume business has never
그래서
been the most
이것저것
lucrative
부업들 좀
venture at
해보고
this port.
있었지.
So we're just looking to
그걸
branch
시킨
out.
것도 나고.
Purely business decision devised by none other than yours truly.
이해했다.
Understood.
너는 우리가
So you
원했던
must have
정보를
this
갖고
information we
있겠군.
seek.
우린 너희 조직이
We are in
확보한
search of a
것을
certain
보면
individual held
인질의
hostage by
신분을
this
찾고
establishment. Hand over
그
the
정보를
information
내놓아라.
regarding his whereabouts.
인질이라니
Hostage.
말
What a
너무
crude choice of
험악하게
words.
한다.
We'd prefer to call him our guest.
우리는
Yes. Yeah,
자,
well then, how about a
그럼
deal?
퀵해그에
Tell me
대한
everything you know
정보를
about
나한테 넘겨.
Quick, quick.
그럼 내가 너희
I'll
쪽
see to it that the
손님을
guest you're looking for
안전하게
is safely
내보내줄게.
returned.
심지어
Besides,
꽤
that guest of ours,
거물이신
he's a big shot, ain't he?
손님인데.
Elsie something's team leader?
에이씨, 그쪽에 퀵해그에
Oh, and he's one of yours,
친구가 있었대.
a friend of Quaylick, right?
퀵해그에 대해
Tell me
알고
everything you
있는
know
걸
about Quick
전부
Quick.
말해. 지금 어디서 뭘 하고
she's up there,
있는지
who she's
주위에
with.
만나는 사람은 누구인지
The last thing she said to
제일
you, I want to
최근에
hear all of
남겼던
it.
말이 무엇인지 누가 이
I'm pretty sure
거래에서
there's no need to remind you who's
유리한지는
got the upper hand here.
말
정말 말할 수 있었다면 저도
Wish I
진심으로
could tell
좋았을
you,
텐데.
I really do. You call me pretty, I'll stab you.
헤어내리.
They surprisingly roll really high.
흑수묘 뒷박대춤.
Like, these pirates have a 3-hit move that if it rolls all the way is like 16.
숨통 끊기.
이건 예상 못했나. 자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
가치 없군. 죽어.
내가 시범을 보이지. 그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데. 그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
Come on for me. Like, see, he's only 14. Dude's strong. He can roll up to a 16 with 2. Which is, like, pretty devastating, actually. Wait, why is this struggling? I have a 200% chance. 4. He has to roll 1. I mean, I have to roll everything, I guess. Still probably all dead.
가치 없군. 죽어라. 숨통 끊기.
기름도 나오지 않는 놈이 구리고.
확인 사살. 표적. 완전 무력화.
Ah. I love how, like, there's just always just one struggling. I like how, for whatever reason, we're leaving this guy alone. He's the strongest one I've fought before. All of his moves have such high rolls. Oh, and you don't get to pick where these go. Okay.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
확인 사살. 표적 무력화.
I love that he puts a ton of bleed on them. Like, this guy's basically dead just from the bleed alone. Because that's 60 damage. What is stagger plus plus? I've never seen stagger plus plus. I love how no one can attack him. Because all of the other ones are broke, so he's just gonna be there.
흑수며 뒷박질 춤. 가치 없군. 표적 확인. 죽어. 이제 끝내지.
이건 예상 못했나봐.
Stagger plus plus is like 4 times damage modifier or something. Can only trigger if you go through both stagger bars at once. That's pretty crazy. I love how she's like fighting this. Alright, this guy's fully staggered. So yeah, we're clashing everything. And he's going after the dead staggered guy.
어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
Hi, cat! You get hit, that is. That's what's funny is he was staggered, double staggered on the turn where all of them were staggered or dead. So it didn't even matter. Why are you attacking her? You dummy? Why would you clash with her? Unless I was like the only person that you could clash with there.
이제 끝내지. 숨통 끊기. 가치 없군. 죽어.
제법 지쳤나 보.
표적 무력화.
깔끔하게 물었군.
잠깐.
Ghost is coming?
나는
Oh, I want to
감동이
see this.
나는데.
Is there like a trailer for the
너네
new
진짜
character?
후회하게 될 걸?
Leave a finger on me, you'll regret it. Says as she's bloodied up.
난 뒷배가
You have
있어.
no idea who's looking out for me.
그것도 무려
It's don't freak out now. A big brother from the middle.
중허.
Oh, a BB.
퀵해그라는 자.
This quick egg.
넌
I'm
잘
gonna put
모르나
a
본데.
hefty bounty on her head.
상금도
in case you didn't
걸려
know.
있어. 감히 중지에
You know, I
탈피를
dared to
선언한
quit the
것도
middle,
모자랐어.
but also decided to fall off the
잠적을
face of the earth. And that's what you call pretty prime
멍청하게
stupidity.
지나친 것도 중지는
Get that the middle
결코
never
잊어버리는
forgets.
법이 없는데 말이야.
할 말은 끝났죠.
Kat, are you on my Discord? Get on my Discord and post it for me. Or Will can post it. Okay. Are you finished?
잠깐.
Wait, really? Still
진짜야?
going to kill me?
저희가 어질렀으니
Our mess. I'm not about to leave any loose ends behind.
중지.
It's the middle we're talking about. The middle. Don't you know
너
who they
중지
are?
몰라? 잠깐.
Fine. I'll tell you where your friend
알았어.
is.
그 너희 친구가 잡혀있는 컨테이너. 아직 살아있는 사람이 들어있는
The
컨테이너에는
shipping container you're looking for. We keep our living hostage shipping containers
최근
marked with a green
잡혀온
triangle.
거는 동쪽 구역일
Since it's
거고.
a recent catch, you'll find him on the east side, probably.
초록색 세모?
Green triangle, huh?
그게 한 개가 아닐 수도
What if
있을
there's more than
텐데요.
one of those? What if it's a different shade of green? What
비슷한
if you're
색일
just
수도
flying out of the
있겠군요.
pitch?
알 수 있어.
You should
알 수
be able to
있다고.
tell. You should be able to tell right away. I'm
진짜 거짓말
serious.
아니야.
Please.
들었죠?
There you have it.
방금의
I'd say more
키워드
than enough
정도는 충분히
confirmation.
꺼낼 수
Happy now,
있겠네요.
Sinclair. Ishmael is angry. Wait, killing her could cause us a lot of trouble. We know where the hostage is, and I think that's good enough. Let's head back.
설득할 필요성은 안
Don't
느껴져서요.
feel the need to
관리자님.
convince you, manager. Kindly get out of the way.
이런 거에
I
시간
don't want to
낭비하고
waste any
싶지
more time
않아요.
on this.
맞아. 나 같은 거에 시간 낭비하는
You know
것도
what's else a
손해야.
waste of time? Killing
갈게
me.
가자.
How about just go our merry ways, huh?
아닐걸.
I disagree.
나
I could be
그게
pretty
제일
fast.
빠르거든.
Before I even realized what I was doing, I was sleeping in the way.
관리자님! 단테 미쳤어요? 미친 게 누구냔 말이다. 명령 불복 정도 모자라. 감히 관리자님까지!
뭐
Smart choice.
만약 날 죽였으면 작은
Big sister or
형님이나
a
작은
big
누님까지
brother or
나섰을걸?
even a big sister would have gone after you.
방금 저 새끼를 감싸준 거예요?
Did you just take a harpoon for that bitch?
조금만 더 옆으로 갔으면
I blame
당신
you. Hit
머리가
the side, I would have hit your
터졌을
face. You stupid
거라고요.
clock face.
내가요.
You understand?
알아요?
Yeah, I do. Boy, you really did the heck out of that. Did what the heck out of that harpoon. This really hurts.
뭔
Can you please stop it
그딴
with your
실없는
goddamn
소리 좀 제발.
quips?
관리자님,
Executive manager.
방금 처자의
The words
행동
and acts are now more
그야말로
than enough to
하극상의
constitute a full immunity.
절정이었습니다. 상관 살해 직전
She made an attempt on the life of her direct superior.
더 이상 방관할 수 없습니다.
You may have the
관리자님,
punitive
직접
authority.
지금 당장
You must
윗선에 낱낱이
make a
보고
detailed report of these incidents related to the
향후
higher
처리를
ups of the
어떻게
company and
할지
discuss our
논의해야
future
합니다.
actions. It's okay, Otis. I chose to get in her way.
괜찮지 않습니다.
This is not okay.
저자는
What individual
지속적으로
has
우리의 임무에
consistently and
심각한
repeatedly
차질을
caused
빚게 하고
serious
있습니다.
setbacks to our mission?
선을
The executive
넘었단
manager is
말입니다.
crossing line. Otis, I said it's okay. I didn't take the harpoon for that woman. I took it for Ishmael.
이제
But did you
아예
flip a switch and
성인군자를
decide to become a
자초해보기로 결심한
humanitarian all of
거예요?
a sudden?
지금껏 손에 피
Never
한
had
방울
to dirty your hands
묻혀보지
with a drop
않고
of blood, not even once.
오히려
You sat back and ordered us to bloody
우리에게
hours in your
대신해서
stead.
묻히라. 이제
Now
사람을
you're
더
telling
이상
us
죽이지
that, what,
말자.
ease up on the
너희가
murders?
정신적으로 몰리지
What are you
않았으면
trying to
좋겠다.
say? That you don't want us to get traumatized anymore? Some touchy-feely shit like that? No. Just my intuition. That probably wasn't very convincing, was it? No, of course not. Intuition comes from experience, from memories.
시계 이전에
You remember
당신은
Jackal before
더
the
이상
plot,
당신
Dante? How can I
머릿속에
trust your
없는데.
intuition? That woman, I think she's in a pretty important position of power, at least in this district. Killing her before thinking things through could complicate things.
반대로
Did it not occur to you that
살려놓았을
not
경우
killing her could also complicate
마찬가지
things?
결과를 불러일으킬 수도 있.
I just think killing everyone our way left and right like this won't help us in the future. In the future, huh? Sorry, I can't. I don't have any other explanation for what I just did.
앞으로라는 게
I don't
얼마나
know how far in the
멀리까지를
future you're
말하고
talking
있는지.
about, but
적어도 제
I'm sure we have
앞과
different things in store for us there,
관리자님의
Dante.
앞은
단테, 다시는
단테.
몸을 함부로 던지지 마시게.
Do not ever put yourself at risk in such a manner again. Come on, that advice from one of you guys not very convincing.
그대는 12의 책임자이니
Responsibility of 12 lives weight
우리보다
upon your
12배 더
shoulders,
조심해야
Dante.
하는 것이오.
Thus, you must watch yourself 12-fold.
또한 그대의 죽음은
Doubly so
다시는
in that,
돌이킬 수
should you
없기에
perish,
더욱이
we do not
그렇소.
possess the means to bring you back. Back.
그리고 되돌릴 수
And
없는 것은
what's that cannot be brought
견딜
back?
수 없이
Leave behind an
아픔이요.
unbearable, painful void. He's saying was right. My shoulder was in an unbearable amount of pain.
야, 시계 대가리.
Wait,
그
you
괜찮냐?
all right, clockhead? Yeah, I'm good. Clock still works.
뭐?
What?
아니
That's
내
not
말은
what. Huh? Loony bugger.
이제 보니 너도 정신
Not all
나간
there
놈이었나?
either. Maybe it just took
아니면
you a while to
이제서야
lose today.
맛이 가버린 건가? 우리만 문제일 줄
You know, I thought at
알았더니
least one same person
너도
of us, but you're no
마탱이가 한 게
different.
다를 게 없구나.
Ifka shook his head and walked away.
좋아. 생동감이 살아있는 좋은 공간이 됐군. 다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
좋겠어.
준비는 끝났습니다. 명령 대기.
Yum yum taggy. I think all these shipping containers are full of.
뭐가
Right.
들어있을지는
Let's not
상상하지
linger on
마죠.
that thought. I tried my best not to speculate about what the terrible things pirates might be hiding in that mountain of shipping containers.
거기 누구냐?
Hey,
여긴
who's there?
어떻게
How'd you
본 거야?
find this place?
아, 우리
Hey, we're just
초록색
skipped
세모
it.
컨테이너만
Check out
열어보고
that
바로
shipping container with the
갈게.
dream traveler there.
가자, 응?
And we'll be right out of your hair, okay? Let's take him out before anything worse happens to our agent. Put it in reacts for me. I want to look at it.
흑수묘, 뒷박질 춤.
See if we want her.
불쌍하게 울고주는 거.
표적 무력화.
내가 시범을 보이지.
숨통 끊기.
표적 완전 무력화.
흑수묘, 뒷박질 준비.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
Hug 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 big sis bokat, one heart.
Hug!
내가 시범을 보이지.
숨통 끊기. 가치없. 죽어라.
Yeah, that's where I want it.
아닐 텐데. 깔끔하게 몰았군.
불쌍하게 울고지. 이제 끝내지.
There's 4 more of you guys.
교전 시작합니다.
Why are you keep posting the yeah, it's fine emote? This
아직 죽지
제법
마.
지쳤나 보.
표적
some channel you don't
완전
get to see his
무력화.
history. That's weird. I have to look at that. That doesn't make any sense to me.
가치
I don't remember blocking that.
끝내지.
Which channel are you talking about?
그건 예상 못했나 봐.
Is it the
깔끔하게
React
몰았군.
channel? I wonder what that is. I don't think I put.
좋아. 생동감이 살아있는 좋은 공간이 됐군. 다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
좋겠어. Wait! I already like the look of her, I think. Alright, let's look at that real quick. So this is the new characters coming out this next one. It's her and her. ASO branch, adept.
림버스 컴퍼니. 당장 죽음의 모든 가르침을 전부 이해할 수는 없으나
Just vowels.
해가 떠 있는 동안 제 것으로 만들어 보이겠습니다. 파우스트는 그것에 능합니다. 운해 현현. 제갈의 끈을 죽음께 부여받았으니 녀는 즉각 나를
She has 2
따르라.
giant swords. Or is that 1 giant sword and the case it goes in?
의로운 자는 무력을 앞세우지 않는다고 죽음께서 누누이 말씀하셨습니다.
No, it's
하지만
another sword.
날보다 검이 앞서는 이런 저라도 의를 향해 나아간다면 그것 또한 도가 아닐지.
Oh, I love her. I'm guessing she does rupture since she's a Hazel branch. I want the dragons now, though. They could have totally made her a dragon. I'm sorry, I'm like really looking forward to the dragon characters. Wait, does she do rupture though? Is there a place where I can look at it? Well, yeah. Speed and rupture. I can finally use a good Faust, guys. We don't have to use a super evil Faust. We don't have to use a like scum of the earth Faust.
You got a bone shard. It's a bone shard. Don't worry about it, Boka. Your RNG is terrible.
So, Jay, why he told you?
Spare the poor girl and singe your own flesh in her stead.
No, but did you hear the first one? The first lady.
Yeah.
That's not him.
What happened? Who the fuck are you?
Shabriri. He took over his body.
What?
Yeah. So
When?
Yura,
How?
Yura has died after a battle with the
Hello, Cat
invader.
Mira. Thank you.
Guys, stop watching me. I was poking in and saying hi. Alright, let's look at this. Let's look at this. No way to zoom in.
Did you get your daily moist wood yet?
I got a bone shard. Like, Sky keeps giving me stuff. Oh, she's giving rupture count. She adds rupture count with all of her skills. She's what I needed. Something to, like, help the rupture not decay so easily. Because right now, there's only, I think, only plus one of my skills on... I think there's only one skill on Ryoshu, my Heisho Ryoshu, who only if she wins a clash using that skill, she adds 2 count. And that skill hits 3 times. So she has to, they already have to have 1 count on it for her to place an extra count on it. Or something like that. Oh, they both have a, when they clash, they add rupture. Like if they win the clash. So now my team will be... Oh yeah, Otis wants unopposed. Which is rare as heck. It's like super, super rare. So it almost never happens. But I love this because she's like a way to make rupture teams be able to kind of like build the rupture without having to be in the mirror zone. Because that's the problem. I need egos to make it stack otherwise. 7 Heathcliff? What's 7 Heathcliff look like? So an adept is like a super high ranking one, right? An adept? From what I understand. Oh, you mean that that 2 mark guy? Are you talking about this one? Yeah. If he wins the clash, he'll get 3 on them. So he'll leave them with 2 extra count. But he rarely wins that clash. Because it's such a low roll. I need to uptie him. Yeah, I'm gonna uptie him.
어? 잠깐만. 지금 단서가 막 이어지려고 해. 그래서 그런 거였나? 기다리게.
Ooh, a story. I got a splitting headache. No, literally. I think my skull is actually about to split in half and blast off. I don't get it. I don't understand how anyone like them writers makes a living doing this torture every bloody day. Just intuition, damn it. My sources? How about my gut feeling, huh? How am I supposed to explain that? Examined hundreds of scenes since I started working here. Been working here for a good long while. Before this, I've seen enough of the rough and tumble. I had more than my share of violence. Don't throw things at me! A life like that, the way the hows and whys of immersing just come naturally to me. It's just intuition, nothing more. It's not like the armchair detectives in those missions. It's not like I can figure out the whole scene and scheme from a glance. Sometimes clues get lost in the whole mess. Yeah, my head. Call me a profile or whatever that means. Force me to write these reports every damn day. I'm about to lose it. I'm not thinking of quitting though. I do love catching these smart arses off guard. Watching their overcomplicated conspiracies blow up in their faces because some poor, uneducated sod like me caught them with their britches down. Priceless. Besides, getting to meet them face to face, like this before caving their skulls in, downright therapeutic. They always wear this stupid look on their face, like it didn't occur to them that we'd find out. Felt quite entertaining. I wish. That's him, yeah. That him, yeah. Yes. He was the last of the first floor personnel. All forces head then. How many more we've got to go through? Second and third floor adds up to 30 people. Right then, let's get crack on, shall we? We've got 2 blank reports waiting to be filled out back at the office. Do not forget about the case that was added before we departed for this assignment, Heathcliff. There are only so many heads I can smash before even that satisfaction begins to dull. Wish I had more time to blow off steam. Target has 6 plus rupture coin, and then a head's hit inflict 1 rupture. No, he doesn't add count. It doesn't look like yet. Maybe. He adds more. Is adding 1 more rupture, is that a count or is that a potency? The blurb at the bottom. That's pretty cool. His forensics. But that's already on there, I think. Yeah, that's already on there. And then, yeah. But this has got terrible weight. So when we up-tie him, this gets ×2 in the pool, right? I love how I just need 3 more of him, and I can... But I'm not going to up-tie a 2 to 4 yet. I want like a decent team of 3s up 2 to 4 first. Okay, so most of what he does is add potency. Oh, then I don't need to really up-tail him then. Although this is the first time him upgrading gave him a better look. I'm gonna be honest. At least in my eyes. This one's actually pretty cool. But these 2 needed to go back. They looked way too cool in their first arc. Okay. Alright, let's go.
준비는 끝났습니다. 명령 대기.
냠냠 태기.
흑 쓰며 뜀박질 중.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
교전 시작합니다.
자! 숨통 끊기.
I will say that I feel like I want to use a.
죽지 마라.
기름도 나오지 않는
I'll show you guys what team I really want to have.
교전 시작합니다.
가첩
Oh no, I figured he does.
죽어.
I know he does. He's kind of helpful though for helping with the rupture. Like barely.
제법 지쳤나 보.
Need to go stuff. Oh, buy stuff. Lie.
교전
No, I don't.
시작합니다.
Thank you. Have a good day, though. Not that I care.
표적 완전 무력화.
Yes, I'll add you. If that's what you're doing that for.
숨통 끊기.
Oh, I love that attack.
아직 죽지 마라.
휘청거리긴. 너냐?
불쌍하게 울고 있는.
깔끔하게 몰았군.
표적 완전 무력화.
내가 시범을 보이지.
숨통 끊기.
Nuke code what?
가치 없군.
Hello?
죽어라. 그림자 속으로 가라앉게.
Well, that's a cute boba emote. You like my boba emote, Mira? Oh, you're not sub.
제법 지쳤나
I'm
보.
thinking about making the boba
완전
emote
무력화.
free. Because I love it so much.
좋아. 생동감이 살아있는
But the boba
좋은
emote
공간이
pays for
됐고
boba.
다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
Okay, I want to have a team of W Court. Just because they look so good, because, like, see, look at that. Man, looks kind of badass. Ryoshu, Dawn, and Otis. Those are like 3 of my favorites, so that works. Sounds good to me. Blade lineage looks fun too. But I think all they do is poise, right? So where does W Corp come in? Like, I would want to use her too. She gains 3 charge count. 3 more charge count. 3, spend 3 to inflict bind. Multi-crack files? The hell? Oh. What's funny, guys, is it doesn't tell me what season is over there. I don't know what seasons these things are. Season 4 event. Looks like she wants to defend a lot. Look on up tier 1. It's the doctor lady. It looks like you want to use her 3 or her defend if you want to start gaining a lots of charge. Because this immediately steals it. 2 looks like it's a really crazy skill. It looks like 2 and 3 are the skills you want to use. 1 feels like I need to clash, but I don't have 3. I mean, don't have 2. Or I need slash, I guess. But it looks like 2 and 3 are ones you want. 1 is okay. Looks pretty good for a tier 1 skill, but it also steals all your charge. This one, it's gotta be the shipping container. And in here should be the LCCB team captain. I really thought I was done for. Name's Pilot, LCCB preliminary observation unit 3, assistant manager.
당신 팀장이 아니었어요? 그놈들은
You're not the team leader, but the pirates said they captured the LCCB team leader.
뭡니까? 그 노골적으로
This was an
실망한
obvious
말
disappointment.
구해주셔서
Anyways, thank you
감사합니다.
for saving my life. I heard so many stories about y'all. The LCB, right? What kind of stories, I wonder?
실제로 만나뵙게 되니
Oh, Eddie, don't worry. I'm here to make your acquaintance, sirs and ladies. I'm a huge fan ever since I joined the company.
다들 표정이 왜 그러니까?
Why are you looking at me like that? Long story short, there was a whole mess with the other guy who claimed to be a fan, so yeah, you gotta understand.
그리고 전해드릴 말이
I have a
있습니다.
message delivered to you guys.
당신들
Hey, I bet you guys are chaotic running around somewhere in Newport like headless chickens and messing everything up.
대파괴 시간.
Time for oof.
아닙니다.
Wait, I'm just delivering the message exactly how she said it. In the
생동감 있게 전달한 것입니다.
donations and all.
조심해야 해.
Watch out. Don't you think it might be better to start with, and I quote, and tell us who she is?
단축과 생략은
Breviations and omissions are two completely different things. I'll let this slide, fledgling, just this once.
주어 말입니까?
Who is she? Well, of course, it's none other than
소드 과장님이시죠?
Manager Miss SWAT herself.
소드 씨가
Saudi is alive?
과장?
Manager? Did she get promoted?
아직 재활 중에 계십니다만 다행히
She's still
LCC
recovering, but
부서에서
after-
빠르게 도착해 주신
Wait,
덕에
Saud's alive?
아슬아슬하게 목숨을 건지셨습니다.
I thought she died in the nailing event. But after team arrived just in the nick of time and treated her wounds, saving her life. Glad it was a posthumous
수사된 건
promotion.
아닌 듯.
소드 과장님도
Man, Sud wanted
여러분을
me to
만나 뵙고 싶어
Wanted to
했는데
meet all of you,
임무가
too,
엇갈려서
but couldn't make it on account of her
이곳으로
being on
오시지를
a different
못하셨습니다.
mission. She's just barely alive, but how is she on a mission?
소드 씨는
Salt okay?
괜찮.
물론입니다.
Of course, it wasn't supposed to
고비를
come
몇 번
but she's now
넘기셔서
healthy enough to eat some
지금은
grub
밥도
and
잘
hold a
드시고
lengthy
대화도
conversation.
잘하십니다.
아니,
That's great and
그건
all,
다행인데
but I was
그걸
asking
본
because
파트너를 잃었잖아.
she lost her partner right before her eyes.
아,
I put a piece of folded paper and began reading from it.
LCCB
This is a
사원
reminder to
여러분들은
all
한 번 더
CCB
기억해 주시기
employees. We,
바랍니다.
the before team,
저희
are assigned the
비포팀은
paramount task of
모두를
clearing the
대신해서
path
길을
before
트는
anyone else
중요한 임무를
does.
맡은
Every bloody
직원들입니다.
step, every
여러분들이
flesh
피를
given
흘려가며
becomes another
내디딘 한
step,
걸음 한 걸음이
stepping
미래를
stone for
위한
your fellow
길이
Limbus
됩니다.
Company employees to
그
follow in
길을
the
따라
future.
우리 림버스 컴퍼니의 직원 모든 분이 나아갈 수 있습니다.
Oh, okay.
입사하자마자 받는
That's the very
신입
first
교육
line from the new
매뉴얼에서
hire trading guide
가장
we were
먼저
issued.
나오는 내용입니다. 저는 말입니다.
And I'm proud of it.
희생을
I'm proud of the
자랑스럽게
sacrifices
생각한다.
we make. Most of my
비록
coworkers
제
at
LCCB
LCCB
동기들은
just want to make a
빠르게
quick buck
돈만
before
벌고
quitting
빠지면
and say,
되는
I'm the
거고.
odd one out though.
제가
희생이
You're proud
자랑스러워?
of sacrifice?
진심이에요?
Seriously?
자자 이스.
No,
덩어리
now
고르면
Ishi,
아이스크림
what?
먹고 싶다고?
You want sardine
나도
whale
같은
flavored ice
생각이었는데
cream? No
어쩜
way, me
신기하네.
too. Why don't we head out and get some together?
아니,
Hey, let me go, let me go.
뭐라고요?
God, how are you so strong?
뭔 힘이?
I figured she'd be like the tough, like, you wouldn't realize it, but she's like stronger than most of them. Claudia grabbed his show arm again, practically dragging her outside. Well, just in case she gets into another fight, I decided to sneakily follow them from a distance.
이스.
Ishi, you gotta stop bringing down the moon like that. We saved his life,
잘
didn't we?
살려놨는데 꼭 그래야겠어? 상태가 안 좋은
I
걸
understand that things are a bit
알겠는데
rough now.
조금만
Let's be a bit
참을까?
more patient, okay?
저건 그냥 세뇌잖아요.
Already that back there, that's just an indoctrination. They're brainwashing them.
개 죽음일 수 있다는
No
걸
one wants to admit they're
아무도
being throwing
인정하고 싶지
themselves in the
않아서
regardless, so they wrap that
희생이라고
neatly in
포장만
the
하는.
name of self-sacrifice.
알아.
그럼
I know,
하지만
and why?
그렇게라도
People
생각해야
need a way
견뎌지는 사람들도
to
있지
endure that
않겠어?
reality.
당장에
Go on
돈
living
벌어먹어야
somehow.
사라지는
Some people
사람들도
live
있을
through the
거고.
paycheck to paycheck. Sometimes they just don't have a choice.
저 의욕 넘치는
Let's hear out our
친구한테 빨리
overzealous friend. How about
정보를
that?
아, 애새끼
Don't
달래듯이
talk down to me like you're caught in some baby.
저희가 그럴
We're
정도의
not that
사이는
close,
언제나
Rodion.
휘둘려주는 것도
Well, listen just as
이번뿐이에요.
once.
알았어,
Fine,
알았어.
This is why she's slowly becoming one of my favorites. Like, I didn't quite like her stories seemed sad, but not nearly as sad as the others. Like, it didn't seem like she was beaten down and oppressed as much as all the other ones. But I'm feeling like she's like the most realistic in terms of how she moved on. Not finished yet. Didn't we do Rhodion's in chapter 2, I think? Well, that's fair. We didn't really do her mission. We just saw someone from her past. And we just know he portrayed her. That's all we know. Yeah. Scratch the surface, I guess, fits better. Let me go to the bathroom real quick, and then I'll add Mira and stuff. Papa's coming home soon. Papa's coming home soon. And I was able to return to where the sinners were before they did. And come over here? Or are you just moving around? Moving closer to me. Cutie. Consume what I think you. Guys, making me pee so much today. I remember how to do this.
그래, 나른할.
I knew that. I need help. Totally. Oh, she makes coffee. Hey, yo. Some of these look really cool. I like Masquerade and I like this one, the Don Quixote. What do you mean, surely I do? You don't know. No! Ryoshu is my wife. Although Faust is totally a looker. She's one of the girls that other girls don't like that much because they know that a guy's gonna slowly watch her pass sometimes, you know? Ryoshu's fine. Mostly because she's the closest thing to my type in the game. Although that would be a lie. I feel like Don Quixote is probably the closest to my type because they're short. But I feel like two of me is not the smartest thing to do. It's injustice that thou hast left me out of thine ice cream jar.
여기는 영 맛이 별로야.
Tastes like fish.
기려.
Not worth the walk.
이거를 갈아 넣었나?
Maybe they put ground mermaid in there. Ground mermaid? The ice cream?
이렇게 많은 사람이 보고 있으니까 긴장된다.
Boy, I'm nervous. What an audience, huh? Us.
예?
DOS, oof. She said oof before. That's like... something about off with her head, basically. What is TOS? Yeah, obliteration of forehead is oof. I'm trying to figure out what toss might mean. Talk or start obliteration of forehead. That's what I'm thinking.
빨리 말해달래.
Talk?
씨.
아니면
Or suffer.
대가리
Why is it so silly? I love that Sinclair is basically me, kind of, because I don't like violence too much. In terms of, like, But I love that Sinclair's the one, like, scared of everybody, but somehow is Ryoshu's, like, secondhand man. And he just somehow knows what Ryoshu's saying. There's no explanation. He's just like, that means that. I need more explanation on this. It's hilarious. Or suffer obliteration of forehead. I appreciate you translating it. I feel a bit better. You remind me a lot of our LCC before team director just now.
정말 혹독하게 다뤄줬나 보네.
Must be a hell of a boss, huh? I feel like in universe that kind of makes a little bit of sense. I haven't seen enough evidence of support that might be a canon thing. But there's enough evidence there that they're at least, like, situational friends. Like, I could believe they're friends, but I can't believe they're dating each other yet. Or they would date each other or anything.
그러니까
I haven't seen enough of that yet. Where do I begin?
저희도 황금가지가 있는 로보토미 지부의 정확한
It took us
위치를
a hot
알기까지
minute to pinpoint the location of the
시간이
botany port
걸렸습니다.
branch housing the golden bow, actually.
저와 대원들은
You and my
꽤
teammates were
철두철미한
ran a pretty
성격이긴
tight ship.
했습니다만 결국
But the twin of
유사
pirates of
뒷골목을
Newport
막고 있던
back
쌍갈고리
streets
해적단 놈들에게
upwind of us sniffing
벌기를
around.
잡혀버리고 만
그러니까 이 정도면 진짜 싼 거라니까 그러네.
Listen here, lad. This beetle keep bottle of oil in all the Great Lake, I tell ya.
예?
What?
아무리
How?
생각해도 말이 안
That's
되지
ridiculous.
않습니까?
Don't tell me that this
어느
whale
고에서
oil of
나왔는지도
dubious
확실하지 않은
origin
고래
is
기름이
how much?
이렇게 비쌀 수 있는 겁니까?
잠깐. 너희가 대놓고 심기를 거슬렀는데?
아니 그놈들이 글쎄 대놓고 저희에게
Okay, in
사기를
my
치려고 하지
defense, those
뭡니까?
fellows were about to rob us blind.
아니 정보를 알아내기 위한 비용 치고는
I mean, couldn't you have paid just a bit of money for some intel, though?
아무튼
Well, anyway. Hi, Squirrel!
저희 비포팀의 철저한
After
수색
thorough
끝에
search, we identified the exact location
황금가지가
of the
있는
lobotomy
대호수 위에
branch.
로보토미 지부의
The golden
위치까지
bow.
알아내.
황금가지는
Did you
무사히
find the golden bow?
존재하던가요?
네.
Yep, so that thing with
유명한
golden light. Too bright, yet not
눈부시면서도
too bright,
그렇다고
was it?
엄청 무시지 않는 직접 보니 그
I'd
말이
still
무슨
know
말인지
nice to
알 것
understand what they meant.
같았습니다. 로보토미
Boy,
지부에서
what an incredible inconsequential
깊숙한
that
곳에서
was. Even from
황금가지의
deep
빛이
within the
참
lobotomy
명료하게 새어나오고
branch ship.
있었습니다. 관측과 통로 개척까지 마친
Observation
뒤에
check, confirmation
보고서를
check.
작성하고 돌아가려고 했습니다.
All we had left to do on the docket was the report.
저희 비포팀의
Our
업무는
job, by the way, was
황금가지가
advance
정말 그
reconnaissance to
자리에
confirm the
있는가를
presence of the
확인하는
golden
사전
bow.
조사입니다. 그 과정에서
They say that plenty
지구에
of advanced
남아있는
reconnaissance
현상치랑도
teams
싸울
encounter
수도
abnormal
있고
noise get wiped out in
전멸한
the
팀도 꽤
process.
있다고 합니다. 작전을 성공적으로 완수했다고
We're about to make
판단해서
our return journey, considering the
복귀하려던
mission
찰나에
resounding success when
그 해적 놈들에게 덜미를 잡혀버렸던
yeah,
거고.
those pirate guys followed you there.
현장의 하루
Team
팀장님은
leader Haru assured us
작전을
that nothing was
수행하다
out of the
보면
ordinary.
이런
That
식으로
these
적대 세력들이 급습해오는
interpretation
일은 빈번하다고
interruptions by
하셨습니다.
opposing parties happen all the time.
나는
But
너희가 이
I
으스스한
don't really
곳에서
care what
뭘
you're all doing here
하든
on this creepy
별
ship,
관심은
but
없는 이분께서
this gentleman here was rather curious
궁금해하셔서
about the business you guys up to, so I tagged along. No objections.
괜찮지?
Its face turned pale for the first time since he started recounting his story. Hi, Squirrely!
그때 팀장님의
That's
손에서
when I heard the weapon
무기를
slip
놓치는
out of
소리가
our team leader's hand and
들렸습니다.
onto the ground.
저희 팀장님 현장에서 진짜 명망 높으신
Our team leader
분입니다.
is an experienced field agent with decorated track record.
포기를 모르는
Gee,
마음
I've never
굳센
seen her just
분이었는데도
give up like
말입니다.
that. He's the kind to be so easily rattled.
옆을 돌아봐
I turned to look at her,
팀장님 표정을
and the look on
보니
her face was,
허탈함이었습니다.
I say that was a look of resignation.
그러고 남긴 말이 있었겠죠.
Would I be correct in assuming that she had something to say at that moment?
이번 작전은
Mission
실패했다.
failed.
그렇게
verbatim.
말씀하셨습니다.
대체 누구를 봤길래 그렇게 반응한 거야?
What did she say to immediately give up like that?
이곳에 중지 간부가 있어서는 안 돼라고 하셨습니다.
An officer from the middle shouldn't be here. Again, verbatim.
엄청나게 휘갈겨 놓은 문신이 있었나
I'm
봐.
guessing that the guy had a
그리고
huge
거기서 보라색
fancy
빛도 나고.
tattoo that glowed purple.
어떻게 아셨습니까?
How'd you know? That was the first
제일
thing I
먼저
noticed
눈에
about him.
들어온
Actually,
건
that
그
weird looking purple
알 수
glowing
없는
tattoo.
문양에 그래도
Still, I thought
그래도
maybe,
저는
just maybe we had a
승산이
shot.
있지 않을까? 우리 삼권은
Let's beat a
실적도
3
좋고
after. We're no
대단한
slouches.
분들이
We have some
많으니까.
presence name was us.
그럴 리가
You
있나?
didn't.
그 이후로는
And I do not recall much
기억이
after that.
흐릿합니다. 정신을 차렸을 때는
When I
제
came to,
뺨이
I was on the floor
바닥에
face
붙어
down.
있었습니다. 처음엔
At first, I thought I'd
아무
gone
소리도
deaf and
들리지
couldn't hear a
않았다고
thing. You know,
생각했습니다.
when a bomb goes off right
가까운
next to
데서
you,
폭탄이 터지면
your ear starts
귀
ringing and
근처가
all.
울리지
Thought I
않습니까?
burst my eardrums.
고막이 터졌다고 생각하지만 그게
It wasn't. No,
저희
it
팀원들의
was my team
고함과
shouting and
비명이
screaming, shouting and screaming.
끊이지 않고
We all
섞였던
combined in
소리라는
some
걸
incomprehensible
금방
cacophony.
깨달았습니다.
I just couldn't register it first. They Faust gang.
그걸 구분할 수 있게
Once I
되니까
recognized that, I also
그
noticed the
소리들의
deep
가장
rumbling echoing
밑바닥에
underneath all that.
무슨 마치 지붕 먼
Bizarre,
날지에서부터
trembling
울려
rumbling.
퍼지고 있는
It
듯한
sounded like it was echoing from a place far away from the branch. A bizarre rumbling.
예.
Yes, ma'am. It was almost like a distant explosion. Seemed like
근데
the others
그
were picking
울림을
up on that
구분할 수
odd
있게
noise
된 게
too.
저 해적들도
Pirates suddenly started
갑자기
acting
이상하다는 듯이
nervous.
불안해. 심지어 그
Even the big
중지
brother from the middle was
작은
rattled.
형님이라 불리는 자주차도 당황해.
작은 형님?
They all called him
너
big,
확실하게
the
들은
big
거야?
brother. Did I hear that right? I guess there really
아까
was a big
해적
fish
부선장
looking
말이
out for the pirates.
허풍이 아니긴 했나 봐.
네.
Yes, ma'am.
분명
I'm
그렇게
clear they called him
말했습니다.
big brother.
작은
I wonder how those fools are doing nowadays.
여전한지.
돈이 될 만한 놈들만
It's only
챙기고
the high
들어가.
valued hostage. Just relieve it now.
저건 어재앙 중 하나야.
That right there is
이곳에
one of the
다다르기
5
전에 떠나야
calamities.
우리가
We have to
산다.
book it before that thing gets here. We're all dead meat if we don't.
하나 더 기억나는 건
Last thing I remember is our
팀장님입니다.
team leader.
제가
Right before I lost consciousness,
의식을
team
잃기
leader,
직전
she
제 가슴팍에 자신의 사원증을 붙여주셨습니다. 그
stuck her
해적들이 안
employee
보는 틈을 타서
hard badge to my chest when the pirates weren't looking.
그때는 이해가 안
Back then, I didn't
됐었습니다.
understand what she was doing.
그런데
Now that I
지금 와서
have some time to think
생각해보니
about it,
막내인
you
제
do that so I'll
몸값을
look more
높여서
valuable. It'll take me
발견되었을
hostage instead of
때
leaving me to die.
목숨을 건질 확률을
Me, who's just a rookie.
어떻게
정리를 해보자면 LCCB
Summarize.
대원들은 전부
Every
부상을
LCCB
입거나
agent was either
의식불명한
injured or
상태로
unconscious.
계획에는 어떤 중지가
The middle got involved out of nowhere,
거기에
and there was a
더해서
calamity that
녀석들도
even the
줄
middle
정도의
folk was scared of.
정체는 무엇일까?
파일럿이
Can you give us the coordinate of the
지구의
lobotomy
좌표를
port
전달해
branch,
주실 수
Mr.
있을까요?
Pilot? Of course. Hold a piece of paper that had been folded over many times and handed it to Faust. I
꼼꼼하게
figured it was the whale.
적어놓았습니다. 저들에게 들키지
Oh,
않으려고
right there,
조금
ma'am.
은밀하게
Got every little
숨겨놨는데
last detail you need.
이렇게라도 드릴 수
Get it
있어서
from them the best of my
정말
abilities.
다행입니다.
I'm glad I was able to clear my mission at least.
잠깐만 그 재앙 말인데요.
That calamity.
다른 특징 같은 건 없었나요?
Is there anything else about it that stood out?
있을 텐데.
There's got to be more.
흰색 분명
Whale.
흰색인데
It was white.
생전
The white
처음
whale.
보는 하얀 듯한
An off-white
아닌
color,
듯한
unlike anything I'd laid my eyes on
뭔가
before.
거대하고
It was a
창백한
towering
인생이었다는
palace.
사실만 기억에 남습니다.
And that rumbling, I'm sure I've heard it
그리고
before.
그
Ah, right, it
유사하게
reminded me of
특이점이
U-Corp
있지 않습니까?
Singularity. That rumbling sounded like
국세가
a tuning
합쳐질 때 나는
fork when they
소리와
combined stuff
비슷했습니다.
together.
그래,
Yeah, almost there.
거의 다 왔어.
저도 같이 가겠습니다.
Let me tag along with y'all.
어쩌면 지부
I could be your
안내에도
guide
도움이 될지도
in the
모른다.
Lobotomy Corp branch.
LCCB와의 작전 동행은 예정되어 있던 사항이긴 합니다.
This was to be a joint operation with LCCB, where they were supposed to accompany us to the branch.
단테,
What is your decision,
어떻게 하실
Dante?
건가요?
Tell him while I appreciate his offer, I decline. People that get involved with us don't often make it out in one piece.
우리가 너 살려준
아이,
거야, 자샤. 빨리 고마워해.
We just saved your life, mate. Show some gratitude. Thank you.
고맙습니다.
파일럿 씨는
Mr.
LCA
Pilot,
도착할
remain on
때까지
standby until the
대기하시다가
after team arrives.
본부로
Then return to base
돌아가셔서
and report your
보고를
findings.
부탁드립니다.
아,
But they declined.
함께하지 않는 역시
Where's your
드림들의
true?
시계 째깍이는
I don't hear
소리밖에
nothing but
들리지
the ticking of their
않았습니다.
clock.
마음 넓으신 관리자님께서 직접 마음은 고마웠다고
It's
말씀하셨다.
also
그
deign
은혜까지
to
꼭
thank you for your
기억하고
offer.
돌아가도록.
Remember that as you return.
알,
Right.
그럼
Well then, best of luck
몸
to y'all.
그럼 제가
That's all I
얻을 건
needed, bye.
얻었으니까
아,
I like how Ishmael's acting like he's doing this solo.
바로 헤어지는구만.
Well, this meeting was pretty short-lived.
저도
Wait, are
시작이
we
안
not
돼서.
going to get anyone else in the banner except for Faust? Does that increase the chance that you can get them?
그때 정말 고마웠다고도 말씀해 주세요.
I'm going to immediately 4-star her, by the way. And please, tell her that I'm thankful for what she did for us.
그때 저는
Her 4 is really good, right? She's worth 4ing. Back then, I couldn't bring myself to tell her everything.
꼭
I'll be
그러겠습니다.
sure to tell her that.
파일럿군.
You haven't endured well despite
잘
the
견뎌주었구려.
tribulations, Pilot.
어,
Oh, you saying how kind of you.
누군가는
Appear to
이
me that
말을
he
남겨줘야
deserves
할
such
것
words.
같았어.
I want to see my team again.
막내라고
They're all so kind of me,
다들
being the
엄청
rookies of the team and all.
지켜주셨는데
Maybe they're survivors at the lobotomy branch.
지구에
우리가 꼭 구해 보이겠어.
You shall bring them home. You have my word.
네,
Mine too.
이번에야말로
I won't fail again.
파일럿이가 전달하신 로보토미 지부의
Oh, is there
변경
any
확인해 보았습니다.
anyone still alive? I'm guessing no. Of his old branch, of his team, who was like probably left behind. Didn't think so. What exactly are variable coordinates?
저희가 찾고 있는
Ships beyond a
로보토미
certain
지부나
magnitude,
청색
like our
장고선
laboratory
같이
core branch,
규모가 큰 배들은
or the modern
데우스에
port,
대한
receive partial
부분적인
lives of the
가치를
Great Lake in an encrypted
유사로부터
form from
암호화
Newport.
상태로 전달받습니다. 둥지 안의 데우스의
Newport
규칙에 대한
holds
각
a strict
정보는
monopoly on intel
유사가
regarding the laws of
확보하여
the Great Lake within the
엄격히
nest.
통제하고 있기 때문에
Of course,
정보의
vessels that
상응하는
receive that
대가를
intel
여러
pay
형태로
various prices for
실현하고요.
that privilege.
그렇게 전달받은
We use
부분적인
that partial
데우스의
information to
정보를
calculate
그대로
at which location the vessel must be during which
언제
specific
어디에
period to ensure a
위치해야
safe voyage.
호수의 규칙에서 안전할지를
Finalize it in a
규칙화하여
standardized form known as a
변동
variable
좌표로 만들죠.
coordinates.
항구선의 경우는 많은 고객을 유치해야 하니까
Port ships often
그런
send out their
좌표를
coordinates to other
수시로
vessels
선박들에게
if they want to
전송하지만
host as many guests as possible.
그럴 필요가 없는
The vessels
폐쇄성을
that
띠는
prioritize
배들이
privacy
구
and
엘사
secrecy,
지구에서는
like the former
비밀에
Elport
갇히죠.
branch in question, will never do so.
그러면 로보토미 지부는 뭔가 보물섬 같은 거니까
The
분명
Bible
암암리에
branch we're looking
좌표가
for is kind of a
있어도
treasure ship,
가야
huh?
되겠네.
There's got to be a black market out there for people willing to pay big money for its coordinates.
훌륭한 추측이네요.
Impressive deduction.
게다가
Also, unlike normal coordinates, variable coordinates are
일반적인
composed of
좌표와
lengthy and encrypted
굉장히
codes.
긴 암호화된 코드예요. 그래서 호수를
Therefore,
항해하는 배는
Vessels sailing
대부분
across the
호수
Great
위에
Lakes
위치한
start by
시설을
entering variable
찾아가기
coordinates of their
위해서
destination.
변동 좌표를 입력하여
Based on that
항해합니다.
information, said vessels will follow a certain
일정
route charted
주기마다
via the automatic navigation
목적지의
system.
현재 위치를 확인하는
Periodically
궤도
confirms the
자동화
location of their
기능이
destination.
장착되어 있기도 하고요.
와, 뭔가 어려운 말이지만
That's a lot of big
어쨌든
words. So
파일럿에게
basically, if we
얻은
enter the
정보를
information we got
여기에
from Pilot
입력하면
here, we could
로보토미
somehow find our way to the
지구까지
branch.
어떻게든
유사가 관리하는 대우수를 넘어
It's useless from the
외곽으로
waters
가면
of the
아무
outskirts,
쓸모없지만.
beyond the borders of Newport.
그렇죠.
Indeed.
그렇다 해도
Well,
로보토미
Lobotomy Corp
지구는
branch is
유사
within
안에
Newport's
있으니
borders. We'll have no
이 변동
choice.
좌표만 있으면
We'll have no
배가
trouble
항해하는 패턴을
analyzing the
파악하여
vessel's traveling patterns as
도착할 수
long as we have
있습니다.
variable coordinates. Gotcha. Let's get a move on then. Hussein and Sinclair nodded with determination, while the other sinners followed suit and hurried on. But I didn't catch a clear view. I think Ishmael nodded too. Y'all want me to roll on stream on Limbus? The newbie filter fight. I thought Area 4 was that. That's what everyone told me. Dongbok flower form, yeah. I thought that was supposed to be the newbie filter. Which I destroyed her with the bleed build. Because I ended up accidentally fighting her in the bleed in my mirror dungeon run, and I destroyed her. There are 2 newbie filters? There's no more newbie filters after this, right? After this canto? Or are there more each canto? Oh, cool. No wonder this game hasn't gotten big. It's basically told newbies, get good or nothing. I just have one question. It's not as impossible to deal with as the flower, right? Because the problem with the flower one is people will get turned into trees. You have no choice. It's even harder. You know what's hilarious? Not really. You didn't really have a choice because someone was gonna be, unless you had all 7 there, and even with all 7, you can't clash everything because there's 8 minimum. Because there's four flowers and 4 actions by Don Beck. You have 7 people. Dodge coins can be reused. The problem with that is Dongback was fast, and the things you wanted to dodge, most of them went up. Like, most of my guys didn't have a high enough dodge to matter against her attacks. The flowers, you could dodge. But if you're dodging the flowers, who's clashing? You need at least 4 clashers. I had 3 clashers. I have 3 clashers right now. That's my... The thing that gave me extra clashers was actually Faust. She was... Her... Fluid sac was able to kill all the flowers constantly. Well, once I read and had Faust, like, the problem was, even after I read, I didn't quite understand what I was supposed to be using egos for. Like, I had to be told, oh, this person's ego always wins a clash. And I was like, oh, okay. And stuff like that. I still don't quite understand egos. Yeah, I don't... Most of my Karos are not up T3, they're up T2. Only my tier 3s get up T3'd. Well, that's the thing. I make sure they're spammable. I save up every single bit, and I don't use them until the bosses. I avoid using them as much as possible. That's why I was able to spam bow stability. I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't like Dongbek. Wait, which one is it that I hated? The flower girl is Dongbek, right? And Dongyong? Or Dong... Who's the guy? I didn't like his fight. His fight was the one that pissed me off, kind of. Dongbek was annoying because I didn't quite like how it felt like I was forced to take on Flower. But once I understood that as long as you classed everything with her, she couldn't really activate them. Like, as long as you were punishing her, she didn't get away with it as much. That was understandable. I hated her the most, though. I didn't like Dong Rong's fight very much. The unfairness, I don't like unfair fights. I'm guessing the whale is supposed to be an unfair fight. I saw Virgilus and Charon on a bench, watching us approach. The latter of the two was clearly suffering from crushing boredom.
카론, 아이스크림
Caroline,
먹었어.
ate ice cream. It was cold.
금방
It disappeared
없어졌어.
fast.
비리지 않았어?
Did it not have the putrid scent of the sea?
비려?
Putrid?
카론,
Caroline
그런
does not
말
know what that
몰라.
means.
그 생선을 핥는 느낌이라고 할까?
Flavor not unlike licking a fish.
노랑머리.
One girl's like
생선
fish, funny
핥아?
taste.
그런
Caroline,
취향?
shudder.
다들 얼굴들이 죽상이군.
Something's happened by the looks of your faces.
무슨 일이 있었지?
Explain.
아니, 그것이 말이야.
Let me explain. Upon our arrival at the promised location.
같은 건 관심 없으니.
That is none of my
무슨
concern.
정보를 얻었는지에
I only
대해
want to know what intel you have learned and make it short.
황금 가지의
I know
위치를
where the golden bow
알아냈죠.
is. It's in a
대호수
lobotomy branch in the
한가운데
middle of the
있는
Great Lake.
로보토미 지부고요.
당연히 지부에
Of course, it's a lobotomy branch. Did you learn anything else?
그것뿐인가?
변동 좌표를 얻었습니다.
You obtained its variable coordinates.
뭐, 당신은 고작 좌표뿐이라고 하겠지만 우리가 얼마나
That's
고생했는지
it? That's all
들어보지
you've got? Or
않는다면
something? But listen, what trouble we went through.
아니,
Oh,
그거는
that's good enough.
충분하지.
Almost makes me want to applaud you all.
칭찬이라도 해주고 싶군.
어머나?
그리고
Regardless, there was...
아,
I know exactly what you're about to
네가
tell me.
말하려는 게 알아서 하지.
I will deal with it. Stay out of this.
이스마엘,
You look
꽤
impatient,
초조해
Ishmael.
보이는군. 아마
I see that our earlier
그때 진행한 면담으로
consultation did not ease your
마음을
anxiety.
놓을 수 없었나 보.
당연하죠.
Of course not.
제
I don't even
목적이
know what's happening with my
목표가
mission. We're waddling,
시시각각
climbing through a
어떻게
misty
돌아가고 있는지
sea.
알 수도 없는 이일 저일
But here we are,
챙겨가면서
shoving our
나아가려고
noses
하는
and everything
모양새를 쳐다만
everywhere,
보고 있을 수
driving me
없나요?
up a wall.
돌아버리겠는데.
하,
Relax. You must know that no path is ever direct in the Great Lake. I did not expect this much lack of patience from someone who spent most of her life here. And I assume the mess you've left the manager shouldered in is also a consequence of your impatience. That's, well, clearly an unintentional mistake. If it wasn't, you wouldn't be sitting here before me with your throat intact. Why do you fail to look further, Ishmael? By now you must realize what awaits you at the end of this journey. That contract clause you're so impatient about is bound to make an appearance as long as you follow the manager's peculiar misadventures. Your combative attitude against the manager will only delay that inevitability.
겨우 4번 겪은 일로 확신하라는 말인가요?
It's happened 4 times. That's not a big sample. Well, I'm good at reading how things usually flow. If you're so
그렇게까지
sure about
말한다면
it, then fine.
알겠습니다.
Won't let frustration get the better of me.
답답하다고
Won't
해서
step out of line, not
제가
anymore
필요
than
이상으로 나서는
necessary.
일은 없게 하죠.
덧붙여 어쨌든 벌어진 일은 존재하기
Ishmael,
때문에
what happened
상황을
happened.
설명하는 경위서
You
정도는
still have
작성해야 할 겁니다.
to write up a form explaining your actions and circumstances surrounding them.
얼마든 저 길잡이의 말이 들어맞는.
Because the guide is right.
혹시
Have you brought us any ice cream by
아이스크림은
chance?
아니요.
Bother not. I was
이
really
항구의
curious if the famed
명물이라기에
ice cream of Marlin
궁금했건만
Port. I shall board the bus
얌전히
boat.
타겠소.
Bus boat. Magic school bus boat. I shall board the magic school bus boat. Post haste.
이상 씨.
I appreciate the
여러모로
effort, Yin
고생이네.
Sang.
알아주면
Your appreciation is
되었어.
more than enough. He's not going to answer me anyway, but what were you up to?
단테 씨가 물어봐도 의미가 없는
Dante
것에
is
대해
asking a meaningless
여쭤보시는군요.
question. Don't let them rub
저들에게
off on you, Dante.
오기라도 한 겁니까?
Was I actually supposed to bring a tub of oil ice cream for everyone?
정말
He thinks Dante asked where the ice cream was. I love it. I love how it's like clearly there's a communication barrier. But it's like a cute communication barrier because Virgilus thinks so highly of the manager that he kinda lets him get away with stuff that would normally annoy him because he doesn't understand him. So he assumes him saying something which is usually about correct, but slightly different in context. Which shows you how smart Virgilus is. And like how intuitive they are that they're able to come up with what you're probably saying.
사후처리로구만.
야음을 틈타.
The problem with adding up tier 5
로보tom이 지부까지 도착하려면 한참 남았는데 그냥 평소대로 눈 붙이는 편이 낫지 않겠어?
what I think they'll start doing is releasing the ego outfits. I can't level him up anymore. I've used all my level up things to get the other person up to 33. Ishmael, the Sobotomy Court branch. Still a ways away. Why don't you rest up for a bit while you can? That's what we always do anyways.
아니면 내가 교대해줄게.
Or at least let me take the next shift.
거짓말에는
Done
또
my fair share of night yawn, which is
일단 말.
the reason why I don't think up tier 4 is gonna happen anytime soon. Is because you guys don't have the outfits from the egos. There ain't no way they're not gonna release those. They've done art for them. An easy way for them to make a lot of money is just release up tiers 1 through 4 for those. Before they, like, if they actually start struggling, that's where they'll go first. Because you don't understand the balance and cost. Not really cost. I would say yeah, they're already creating them. Like I asked, do we have fluid sac Faust, and I was told no. And I'm like, well, I can't wait till she comes out. She's definitely probably bleed. Or sinking, it looks like. I'm kind of surprised they made Faust so bad, though. The character I thought they would have made bad, tier 1 bad, is a lot of them, but not Faust. Faust felt like one of the more competent characters. So to find out her tier 1 character is bad, kind of surprising. Gregor's yawn betrayed his confidence. Ishmael didn't care. She wasn't going to move from her station anyways. Ishmael looked like she was waiting for something to happen. Or maybe she was definitely afraid of something. Did not, even for a second, leave the telescope. Parties of rain was like. Saw it on the modified Mistopheles.
좋은 자세군 물개. 경기의 실패는 부대의 몰락이니 경기를 게을리하지 않아야 한다는 건.
It's a good attitude,
오랜
Swabby.
신조였다.
Been my long-held belief that letting your guard down is let your comrades down. I asked Otis her thoughts out of curiosity. She simply replied that Virgilus had already acted upon the matter. If the executive manager would not take action, then that was that. She also explained that while she did not hesitate to she would not hesitate to clash with Ishmael again. Should the need arise, would not continue this poisonous tussle that only lowered the team's morale. But we're in the middle of a lake.
아까처럼
As long as we stick to the walls of the Great Lake, I don't see us getting.
전망해.
Ishmael suddenly got up and hurried to the cabins. As soon as she noticed something through the telescope.
있기는 하군. 미안하게 됐다.
Gregor, you need to stop. This is the second time. The second time you said crap. It's taboo as heck. Especially out on the sea, you don't say the weather looks nice. We shouldn't have problems. Time to drift again, redhead.
방향을 틀기에는
Too
늦었어.
late to change
저번 같은
course.
건 안 돼요.
That trick won't help us here.
안개 생성기로
They went through the trouble of hiding
모습을
themselves in an
감추고
artificial
있다가
fog of
갑자기
war.
나타났다.
We're obviously their target.
우리를
우리 위치가
It's a matter of time before they catch up with this ship.
잡히는 건
Now that they know our location,
어떻게 처리할지
view off them as you
알아서
will.
결정.
저쪽 배로 넘어가게 허락해 주세요.
Manager,
관리자님.
permit us to board their ship. Are you sure that boarding their ship is the best course of action? If we want to save our ship?
적어도
According to my
제
experience,
경험
yes.
안에서.
Okay. Leave it to you then.
계속 그렇게 현명해 주셨으면 좋겠네요.
I hope you'll continue to make wise choices like that. I sighed with relief, but she seemed to be going along with me for now. With that, I took a few steps behind the other sinners and watched her.
작사를 꽂아서 배를
We'll
강제로
hook their
붙일
ship with
거예요.
harpoons, force them into
한
melee
명은
range.
키를 잡고
Someone grab the helm
신호에
and turn
맞춰서
it
꺾어야
on
해요.
my signal.
엔진도 적절한 타이밍에 꺼줘야겠군.
Someone should be on standby, ready to shut the engine off at the right moment.
어이 거기.
You bring some
너는
extra rope,
명분
you.
밧줄을 갖고 오고.
Wait for her signal inside the
넌 좋다.
wheelhouse. Sinners were quick to follow their instructions. Watching Ishmael throw her razor-sharp harpoon towards the pirate ship, I started to feel something was off. There they were, the sinners, working so well together like clockwork. But underneath all that, maybe all that mattered to them was their own goals. I was wondering if all the time I spent thinking, hoping, and contemplating about our futures together were pointless. This thought lingered in my head for a while.
교전 시작합니다. 자! 숨통 끊기.
Ow.
내가 시범을 보이지.
너냐?
표적 확인. 표적 무력화.
이건 예상 못했나 봐. 자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
자! 숨통 끊기. 이제 끝내지.
그래, 얘는 처리했고.
가죠.
기름도 나오지 않는 놈이 그려.
이제 끝내지.
교전 시작합니다.
아직 죽지 마라.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
가치 없군. 죽어라.
너냐?
이건 예상 못했나 봐.
헤어내리. 이제 끝내지.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
Is regret Faust the fluid sac ego?
좋아. 생동감이 살아있는 좋은 공간이 됐군. 다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
사건을 끝내러 가볼까?
흑수묘, 뜀박질 춤. 숨통 끊기. 흑수묘, 뜀박질 춤.
이건 예상 못했나 봐.
표적 무력화.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
Stagger plus means you're basically dead, right?
표적 무력화. 확인 사살.
불쌍하게 울고짖는.
So I've seen stagger, which I assume is like attack them now and you can take them out of the fight for a bit. Stagger plus is probably dead. And stagger plus plus looks like it only ever affects me, and that's if they break both the regular stagger and the stagger plus speeder without killing me. Which is weird.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
표적 확인. 아직 죽지. 같이 왔군. 죽어.
Wait, is it possible to get stagger plus plus on an enemy with trimmer? Because I think trimmer is the one that has shown to affect their stagger meter. Okay. Starting to learn these things. I'm starting.
끝내지.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데. 자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
표적 완전 무력화. 끝내지.
제법 지쳤나보.
숨통 끊기. 표적 확인. 죽어라.
미쳤나?
깔끔하게 물었군.
우리가 넘어갈 생각이었는데 이런 야비한 자식들.
You crafty bastards. We were gonna board your ship first.
우리가 좀 바빠서 말이야.
We got places to be, things to do, okay?
편올릴 생각보다는 바른 대로
Answer my
말하는 게 신상에 좋을
question. Lie
거야.
or flap your gums to me and say, and I'll tear your lips off, you mugs.
보라,
Speak.
어디서 왔냐?
Who sent you poinkers after us?
우리 부선장님을 건드리고도 멀쩡하게
Can't let
돌아가는
someone who
놈들이
dared
있을
to
수는
hang her on
없지.
our first mate leave in one piece?
그건 우리 조직에 대한
Their breath
수치야.
brings shame to our syndicate.
후크 선장이
Captain Duke's
너희
orders, we will
가만두지
leave you
말라고
alive.
하셨다.
Ain't that
참
bloody
아름다운
marvelous?
의리네.
I like seeing a good
나쁘진
camaraderie.
않은 걸. 근데
Oh,
혓바닥
what did I say about flapping your gums fiendishly? You think our threats will rattle us?
그따위
We're no
협박이
tenderfoots,
잘도
you stupid
먹히겠어.
sons of bachelors.
끈질기네 이것들.
What a clingy bunch.
기껏 부선장을 살려줬더니
We spared their
고마워하지도
first mate
않고.
life, and this is thanks we get?
스미,
You think this is what
사람이 말한 게
Smee meant?
이걸까요?
That we'll regret it if we...
아니야.
No.
싫어하는 건
Even outlining, that's not from shame.
함께했던
When all your mates lay dead, consumed, manipulated, and led into a meat grinder by the collective insanity of a mad woman. You're left in that endless void,
유일하게
barely
들리는
the sound is the
소리라고는-
beating of your heart.
그리고
And when you realize that,
꼬락서니
your heart
속에서
continues to beat because it's still desperately, pathetically clinging life. Despite all that, that's when you'll feel true shame.
그럴 때 느끼는 거야.
Wait.
기다려봐.
Okay, sorry, state of your boat. I could hazard you have no clue what you're doing out here.
나를 살려주면
Bear me and I'll tell you all you need to know.
그리고
I can put a good word to the
그분께도
boss
이야기를
man
잘
for you.
들어보겠어. 손해보는 장사가
Nothing to
아니잖아.
lose here, eh,
나까지
lass?
죽어버리면
You won't have to
그분이
anyone to put in a good word if you kill me. I can't throw this spare me. We might just sell out of this lake with your. I'm tired of
이런
listening to
의미도
this
없는 뻔한
inane,
말을
meaningless
일일이
please.
들어주는 것도 한심해. 방금 저게 마지막이었죠?
That was the last one, right?
다시 배로
Let's get back
복귀하면
to our ship.
되겠어요. 좋아. 생동감이 살아있는 좋은 공간이 됐군.
One gun
다음
like it.
먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
자, 이제 항해의 끝이 얼마 남지 않았네. 좀 더 나아가 보세.
That's pretty good. Went right back up to 105. are we at now? We're at 5:18. We're right at the midway point now. I don't like this. This looks weird. This scares me. Alright. Wait, how long have we played Limbus so far? Oh, those are just there to separate the parts? Alright. Alright. 3 more. We'll get to the halfway point at least, and then we'll play Oblivion, okay?
작살. 놓치지 말게.
1 part per week. Oh, okay. So, something's been bothering me. Wasn't it weird how they all seem so certain? If we kept going this way, we'd run into some other huge disaster?
특기할 점은 아닙니다,
It's
관리자님.
nothing of note, manager. It is but a byproduct of their firm belief in their advantage over us.
그것보다 특이했던
I've
것은
observed in Audi,
적의
however,
선체
they
안에
had installed numerous
날카로운
spikes in the
것은
lower side of their
무수하게
ship's
박혀
hull.
있었다는 것입니다.
백끼리의 충돌을 대비한 것 아닌가?
Are they not for
해상
ramming other
공격전에서
vessels? I have heard
그런
that
일이
such
왕왕
tactics were
있다고
occasionally used in naval combat.
충각을
They
노렸다기에
were stored far
위치가
too low in the
배
water
바닥에
to be
중점적으로 몰려 있었고
useful as a means of
부식의
ramming another
정도를
ship.
보았을 때
It could be
설치한 지
extrapolated
그리
from the
오래되지
metal's
않아
level of
보인다.
corrosion that the spikes concentrated on the keel of the boat have been installed recently.
배 밑바닥을 보았다고?
How'd you see the keel of the boat?
가까우니
Water was
맑아서 보였다.
clearer up closer than it appeared from a distance.
밑에서 무언가가 올라오려는 걸 막고 싶었던 걸까요?
Maybe they were trying to stop something from climbing up the ship?
아니 배 바닥을 향해 돌진하는 물고기는
I
상상이
can
안
imagine
되는
that
걸.
any fish would
유리창에
slime
돌진하는
blindly
충새도
into the
아니고.
keel of the boat. They're not birds crashing into windows.
별거 아닐 수도 있잖아. 해적들은
Feels
미신 같은
nothing.
거
You
잘
know how
믿는다며.
superstitious pirates can
그런
be.
장식 아니야?
What if it's like it's a good luck charm? So I'm guessing the spikes around the keel are to keep whatever I guess the monster people from getting up on the ship, like the fish people or whatever, or like the people corrupted or whatever, who now like reside in the water, and they come out at night, right?
역시
Maybe we should have let assistant manager pilot tag along.
파우스트 씨,
You know anything
알고 있는 거
about this,
없어?
Faust?
관련된 정보는
No pertinent
아직
information has
업데이트되지
been updated.
않았습니다. 호수의 규칙을 유념하며
The most we
나아가는
could do
것이
to ensure that we do
최선인
not
것 같군요.
voluntarily violate any laws of the Great Lake. Thus, continued on our journey to the Vladimir branch with the variable coordinates pilot gave us. Paranoia of the unknown weighing heavily on our shoulders. After an indeterminate amount of time,
오티스,
Otis, we will have to steer the
방향타를
ship
좌현으로
outside.
돌려야 할 것.
What? Otis, who was looking ahead from the bow of the ship, looked around. Whatever Faust said seemed to have hit her unexpectedly.
어이, 몇십 분 전만 해도
Yeah, it
이 구역을
hasn't been an hour
직선으로
since
빠르게
you told us
지나가야
that we'll
한다고
have to
말하지
cross the
않았나?
zone in a straight line.
예측했던 속도에 도달하지
We are
못했습니다.
falling short of our target speed.
이대로
At our
이
current
구역을
rate,
벗어나게
we will
되면
be struck by the
다음
next
구역의
zone
파도를
waves as
맞이할
soon as we
겁니다.
exit here.
그게 이번 구역의
That's
빌어먹은
the
규칙인가?
damned law of this zone?
맞습니다. 해적과의
Indeed.
전투가 빠르게
Although
끝마쳐지긴
our encounter with
했지만
the pirates was rapidly
시간이
resolved, we still
지체되었던
fell
건
behind
다르지
schedule.
않았으니까요.
The variable coordinates now
전동
point to
좌표가
a different
안내하는
route.
내용이 바뀌어
여기서
How much time are we going to have to
얼마나 더 썩어야 하는
have to
거지?
waste here?
안내대로라면
For the variable consciousness, the necessary
약 3일 정도의
roundabout
우회
path will
항로를
cost us 3 more
이용해야겠군요.
days. Ugh. was bitter lip with discontent before suddenly turning in my direction.
관리자님, 이번 작전의 속도를 증진하는 것과 더불어 관리자님께서 중하게 여기셨던 LCCB 대원들의 구출 및
I have a genius plan. A plan that will not only accelerate this operation, but also increase the chances of security and rescuing the lives of the dead agents that are totally already dead.
적어도 3일이라는 시간을 지체한 후까지 그들이
If we were to
건강한
waste
상태로
3
있을
more days
것이라는
at sea,
보장은
there's very
없습니다.
little guarantee for their well-being. Well, what's the plan? We keep going forward.
돌리지 않는 것입니다.
That Otis slowly raised the acceleration lever.
뭐라고요? 제정신인가요?
Are you nuts?
파도가 올
We're
것이라는 걸 미리 알고
sailing straight into
그
the
안으로
waves. You know that.
들어가겠다고요?
파도에 대해서는 나도 들은 것들이
I know what the waves are, Swabby. I'm not as arrogant of the Great Lakes as you might
이
think.
녀석도
You've had plenty of experience weathering and conquering waves as well, haven't you?
그야 당연하죠.
Yeah, but that's because they were
하지만 그건
unavoidable. Because we lacked
정보가
enough information to take the
어쩔 수
roundabout
없이
path.
맞닥뜨린 파도들이었어요.
I've never sailed knowingly
알고
into
지나간
waves
적은 한 번도
before.
없다고요.
하지만
You still prevailed, didn't you?
심지어 지금처럼
That was when
무한한
you didn't
목숨이
have
아니던
something to bring you
시기에
back. I say this well within our capabilities.
우리 더불어 작전
Besides,
속도의 단축과
there's the
관리자,
added benefit of accelerating
그리고
our
소수
mission,
졸개가 원했던
a higher
구출
possibility
확률
of rescuing
증가까지였는데
the executive manager and a few underlings wanted.
이스마일,
It was clear to me
너는
that
우리가
Ishmael
지지부진하던 게
weren't so happy with our
마음이
slow
이상했던
progress has
것만
been.
같은데.
What is it? Did you suddenly get a yearning for a
3일간 일광 건조라도 하고 싶어졌나?
day sunbathing break? Hi, Artie. Instead of responding to Otis's sarcastic remark, Ishmael squinted in the direction to the boat was speeding in.
물결, 냄새, 속도, 색깔.
Hi, it's
회전 중에
the odor,
흐리고 비린
speed,
청실 호수.
the color.
직접 겪어본
That lake
호수는
over there
아니지만
is
저 호수의
the blue
파도에
whirling lake
작달난
of
배들을
murk and
많았다는 건
fish
알아요.
reek. I haven't suffered its waves before, but I know many ships that have, many which are now lying on the bottom of that lake.
그게 우리가 되지
Fine,
않으면 될
as
뿐.
long as we don't join them.
저 만일 갔다가요. 아니다 싶으면 다시 돌아와도 되잖아요. 그렇지 않나요?
What if we went to take a quick look? If we feel like it's too much for us, we could just go back the way we came from, right?
다시 돌아간다고요? 이 호수에는
Go back.
왔던 길로
There's
되돌아간다는
no such
개념이
thing
없단
as going
말이에요.
back in this lake.
어떻게 할까요, 단테?
Your decision, Dante. Let's try following Otis's plan.
네.
Understood.
구역의 경계를 넘어
Crossing the zone's
지정한
borders to
호수로
the
갑니다.
target lake.
맙소사.
Gotta be kidding me.
오티스 씨.
Otis, you better be
당신의
right.
생각에
As soon as those words left Ishmael's mouth, there was a flash in the sky. Thunder?
비가
It's really starting to pour.
태풍의 눈깔 아니다.
We're in the eye of the storm. Wait. The sky was just clear moments ago. How could this?
이미 파도가 밀려왔다는
The
거.
waves are already here, manager.
재미있는
That was an entertaining display.
결혼
Elon,
슬슬 그
this seems to
기능을
be like a good
사용해볼까?
opportunity to test that function. Okay,
버티기 모드
switching to
전환.
endure mode. That's when reality sank in, began to sink in. What had happened to, what happens to, and what will happen to everyone and everything that entered this lake without preparation for what's to come. So why did it extend? What's the point of the ship extending? And why is it called endure mode? What should we do now, Ishmael?
대호수에 처음 항해를 시작하는
There's
분에게
this adage
생활하면
that every greenhorn
한
sailor,
번쯤
the great
들었던 말이 있죠.
lake hears before they first set sail.
만약 네가
There is one thing
어떤
you can
파도가
count on
일지
if you
모르는
find yourself
호수
in an
속에 갇히게
unfamiliar lake
된다면
whose waves are alien to
믿어야
you.
하는 건 단 하나다.
colossal wave rises to its crest before us. Yes, I.
조금이라도 늦게 되지고 싶다면
Ready your
무기를
weapons if you
꺼내두는
whip
편이
what's
좋을
delay
거다.
the inevitable.
그건
Got your
너의
sailing
항해 실력,
prowess.
말리까지 보낸
The
길잡이
far-seeing
실력,
eyes of a pathfinder, an unbreakable bond between you and your
끈적이는
mates.
유대감도 아니다. 많은 이들이
Many sailors fail to endure
이것을
this
견디지
trial,
못하고
and
고숨을
instead
쏟아내
choose to become sacrifices to the
스스로를
depths of
제물로
the
삼는
lake.
걸 택한다. 뭐예요? 뭐가 기어올라오고
But keep
있는
climbing
거예요?
onto our ship.
그저
That's
어떠한
nothing
분노가 떨림에도
but your own
제정신을
resolve.
Texting while slightly drunken and driving bikers by sea.
In the face of terror, in the face of calamity,
고작
though the
호수가
raging
높다위에
lake may
잠잠해질지는
remain
모르겠지만
indifferent to the will of your meager existence. The screen just flipped. The hell? And Ishmael starts out with negative? Hey, yo. Clash.
Hi Bokada.
Hi, Roy.
뒷박질 춤. 불쌍하게 울부짖는군.
제법 지쳤나 보.
교전 시작합니다.
Oh, that was terrible.
불쌍하게 울부짖는 아직 죽지 마라. 가치 없군. 죽어라.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
가치 없군. 죽어라.
There's no way to stop those.
태어내리.
I went through the whole line.
아직 죽지 마라.
휘청거리긴.
제법 지쳤나 보.
Volcanoes and KMH. Im driving 52 kh and O in a mountain.
How did I stagger the big guy? Oh, there he is.
너냐?
가치 없군. 불쌍하게 울부짖는군.
How is stream today, Dragon?
It's good. How are you today?
표적 무력화.
너도 이 안에 담아주지.
자, 어느
쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
숨통 끊기.
저것을 대체
Re is re.
무엇으로 불러야 할지도 감이 잡히지 않는구려.
Okay. No words come to mind. Rightly describe that creature.
호수 밑에 사는
The
정체불명의
little
것들은
entities inhabiting
고래라는
the
이름으로
depths of the
불리죠.
lakes are called whales.
그 안에서 나오는 것들은
And those that
Bokath
emerge
one
from them are
hat.
called mermaids.
구멍선
That's the whale of the forest hand.
손하지. 마주치고 싶지
I was
않은
really hoping to
고래였는데
avoid that one. Is that one of the whales they were talking about at you?
인어가 이렇게
Do mermaids raid ships too?
배를 습격해서
I've heard-
공격하기도 하나요?
I read about them once as a child.
그리고
Those
어릴
don't look
때 본
anything like
책에서
how they
읽었던
did in the
거와는
books.
인어라. 어릴 때 형이 인어가 그렇게 무섭다며 자기 전에 겁을 주곤
Mermaids.
했었는데
I still remember the purple bedtime stories. My brother used to tell me about them.
그러니까
So
그들을 잡아서 향수인지
they make
뭔지를
perfumes out of these things? That's my question.
베르, 이번에야말로
Becky.
좀 도와주지.
Isn't this a good time for you to lend us a hand for once?
잊었어?
Really?
저 양반
That's the guy who practically
회의사에서 우리가
spectated like a
학습을
bystander when he got slaughtered at K-Corp.
누가
He
낯집
didn't even
피고
blink.
구경하고 있었잖아.
아,
He
간간히
did wave at
멀리서
us though.
손까지 흔들어주기도 했어요.
I couldn't wave back because my
아마
wrists were getting
제
snapped in
손목이
half.
부러지고 있었을 때라.
물론 나라고 메피스토펠레스가 침몰할 때까지
Of course, I won't sit idly by as Mephistopheles sinks if it ever comes to that, but
내가 나설
know that I will take action only under a very particular set of circumstances,
너희가 모조리
in which all of you are
진리를
decimated,
당하고
many of them
적들이
crush the
관리자의
manager's head
머리를
and are about to tear the hands off that
박살내리니
clock.
그 시침과 분침을 떼어가기 전에
Are you serious right now?
회사의 귀한
Dante,
자원을
I can't allow them to take the company's precious assets right before my
가만히
eyes now, can
뺏길
I?
수는 없지 않습니까, 단테. 그러니 아쉽게도 내가 나서는
So I'm afraid that you won't see me step in before every single one of you is dead.
이후에야
길잡이 씨,
Mr. Guide,
실력 좋다는 것좀
are you really as good as they say? Maybe the stories about you are all tall tales, you know?
그것은
That's... no. Do not. Yeah, that's just... no. Not. Two previous victims of Virgil's interjected, albeit in hollow voices, to rebuke Claudio's rather dangerous remark.
그러니
Either take them out,
저것들을
or
마저
come aboard with open arms, or whatever. I'm leaving it all up to
여정의
you.
동반자로 합류시키든
좋아. 생동감이 살아있는 좋은 공간이 됐군. 야음을 틈타.
교전 시작합니다.
불쌍하게 울부짖는군.
지쳤나보.
표적 확인.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
숨통 끊기.
기름도 나오지 않는 깔끔하게 물었군. 자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고. 내가 예상 못했나봐. 그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
아직 죽지 마라.
너냐?
깔끔하게 물었군.
거치 없고 죽었어.
표적 무력화.
숨통 끊기.
It exploded.
죽어라.
자, 어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고. 이런 예상 못했나?
이상한데 이런 전기일까?
표적 완전 무력화.
흑수묘 뜀박질 준비. 가치 없군. 죽어라.
확인 사살. 표적 완전 무력화.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데. 깔끔하게 몰았군.
Let go of the ship! God dang!
시범을 보이지.
How many things of these things you got inside your body?
아직 죽지 마라. 숨통 끊기. 불쌍하게 울부짖는군.
All I'm gonna say is Ishmael seems to never fail against these monsters. Is there a reason for that too?
헤어내리.
She never fails. Like, she's getting like very high, almost always gets all hits. Like, she only has gotten hits. Now that I think about it.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
See? They always seem to roll low against her.
교전 시작합니다.
I need to get a good Ishi though. I don't have a good Ishi. She's the best Ishi I have, I think.
숨통 끊기.
Here's my question. Why did the bridge extend? I guess for more room to fight? How many left?
몇 마리?
None.
그럼 이것이 마지막이겠네요.
This is the last one. actually not so different from looking at an abnormality or distortion. Oh, because it's longer, it's harder for it to tip over. And more room to like fight off. It's I guess you could call them mermaid appendages. So they can't just swarm all over and make it capsize. Mermaids. Were they human ones?
제 설명이
I guess I
부족했겠네요.
should have explained earlier.
단순히 밑바닥에 산다고
Not
해서
every creature that lives in the depths of the Great Lakes are called whales.
고래라는
Whales
것들은
specifically refer to
호수에서
everything the Great Lake
인간을
can
숙주로 삼는 모든
that
것들을
can
통틀어 보면
parasiticize humans.
고래가
And whales give birth to
인어들을 낳는
mermaids. And where do mermaids come from?
파도에 밀려온
They're
고래에
people
먹힌
devoured by
거예요.
the whales that came with the waves.
우리도 비슷한 꼴이 될
There's no
수도
guarantee that we won't meet the same fate.
알겠죠?
See?
어쩌면
Now you know why you
관리자님이
could
되돌리는
turn back the
건
clock all day
아무
and fail
소용이
to bring us
없을지도
back.
모른다고요.
I see now. Waves will be unrelenting, unabating. And Ishmael, who'd already weathered and braved these endless crashing waves, was starting to snap, strand by strand.
내게는
I have
반드시 이뤄야 할 목표가 있고
a mission that I can't fail.
그걸 방해하는
And I'll
것들
kill everything that stands in the way.
전부 곤두박질 치면서
Even if we were to
부서지는
stumble,
한이 있더라도
even if every part of me were to fall apart, I'll see it through to the end.
집념과 투쟁심. 모험을 시작할
Determined and
때
ferocious.
나쁘지 않은 준비물이지.
Both good attitudes to have while sailing on an adventure.
본격적인 항해는
Because our voyage is just getting,
지금부터일 테니.
our voyage is just getting started. Oh hell no. We're in this one, I assume. No, we're in this one. I don't want to go to that one. This one looks ominous as well, but this one, no. Uh-uh. No, thank you. I know where that leads. You go down there, you never come back. God, stay away from that hole.
좋아. 생동감이 살아있는 좋은 공간이 됐군. 다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면 좋겠어.
We got one more story to show. And then we'll play a little bit of Oblivion.
호수의 물.
Lake.
호수를 바라볼
When I
때마다
look into its waters, I see my shimmering
눈 위에 모습의
reflection.
내가 보여. 호수가 아무리 달라져도
Maybe I'm just refracted
물 위에
and
비친 내
twisted like a
모습은
reflection of my water.
끌어져 있으니
The water.
오히려
Doesn't matter which lake we're on. Always looks so
일렁거리는 게
warped and
내
unstable.
진짜 모습 아닐까.
I happened upon Ishmael's. Ah! Let me get some water. I don't know what that was. I happened upon Ishmael's musing. Around the time we were on the way to the elusive phlebotomy court branch, Great Lake. It'd been a while since our last disastrous ended.
호수에 비춰온 뒤틀린 모습.
Maybe my distorted reflections were just
사실은
me.
억울했던
Me,
것일지
me,
모르지.
me. And from a distance, it was evident that Ishmael was gazing down at her own reflection in the water. Rested my wandering feet and decided to watch her for a moment. I wanted to see what Ishmael was looking at together.
손에 피가 맺혔었지.
My hands were healing, bleeding.
소금물이 들어가서
Salt water seeped into my gaping wounds.
당장이라도 그걸 놓지 않으면
Hurt so much.
정신이 나갈 정도로
I was stunned in my faint if I didn't let go.
놓을 수
But I
없었어.
couldn't.
나는 무엇을
I-
놓고 싶지 않았던 걸까?
What was I holding on to?
관리자님, 와보셔야겠습니다. 다음 좌표에
Executive Manager,
가까워진 것
there's a matter
같습니다.
that requires your attention. We are approaching our next coordinates.
저도 보죠.
I'll go see too.
앞에는 뭐가 있죠?
What's up ahead?
눈앞에 보이는 것과
Radar's
레이더
caught
상에
something. We
잡힌
have visual
것은
on.
한 척의 배뿐이다.
A solitary ship.
그리고
It looks like we have 3
이번
hours to kill
호수에서의
before we're
대기는
allowed to move on to the next lake.
3시간인 듯하다.
Unless the executive manager wants
관리자님이
would
요전반처럼
authorize us to
파도에
weather the
맞서게
waves once
허락만
more.
해주신다면 그럴 필요는 없겠지.
No, Otis. The losses were worse than I anticipated. Remember what Ishmael said. We were extremely lucky that ways that came for us were a relatively manageable one.
명령하신 대로
That's executive
따르겠습니다.
manager. Thanks to Otis, who quickly abandoned the idea. The sinners I could observe this new vessel with some lighter hearts.
다행히 해적선으로 보이지는
What a
않아요.
relief. That doesn't look like a pirate ship. That's... No! That is a mini cruise ship over yonder! A verbal party ship! A vessel of partying! Even from this distance, I could see the colorful balloons and banners decorating the ship.
난
I love to party!
거기서는 모두가
None shall be
큰
vexed.
소리로 소리 지르고 뛰어다녀도
No matter how I frolic at a party,
얼마나 신나.
not will pay mind to how I leap and run and shout in there. What joy is it not?
베르,
Virgie,
배를 얼마나
go
구박했으면
easy on the
이렇게.
girl, why don't you?
아, 저런
Sure, they
데에서는
sell
보통
local
특산물
delicacies
요리도
there too,
내놓을
liquors.
텐데.
It's not found anywhere else in the city.
거기서 만나.
Ronya and Don Quixote both shot twinkling glances in my direction, then at Virgilus, then back at me. Virgilus shrugged. Whatever he decided to do here was none of his business. Well, maybe they could tell us about the nearby Lobotomy Corp branch. Or maybe they know something about the LCCB agents? Don Quixote was rhythmically swaying her shoulders. Maybe she was trying to imitate the Marlin dance. She glimpsed back at the club. Hey ho! Let me ask thee, thy fun company, a few questions. The faintly blaring music was the only response from the ship.
이 음악 때문에 안 들을
Maybe
수도
they can't hear
있겠어.
stuff for the music. Boy, music these days, they're just too loud for me.
건너가서 물어보고
It'd
그렇게
be faster
빨리
just head over there and ask him in person. I feel like I'm thinking the same thing as Dante, which is, what are the chances this ends up being just another fighting, like, evil ship? But then I'm also thinking, what the hell? I guess we can quickly stop by and ask them a few questions. We got 3 hours to kill anyways. Might as well make ourselves useful and collect some intel. Ishmael shot a glance at Virgilus before staring at the floor wordlessly.
저 배가 누구의 배인지 어떤 일을 겪은 배였는지를 정확히 모르는
I
상태에서
say it's a
간다는 것은
reckless idea.
무모한 짓이라고
Just
생각되지만
roll up to a random vessel we don't know anything about. Like,
관리자님이
its owner or its
그렇게
history.
생각하셨다면
But if the executive manager insists,
네,
sure, let's
건너가죠.
stop by.
저거는 또 갑자기
Now that was a
어디서나
very
할
Otis
법한
thing to
말을
say,
하네.
isn't it? It's just
이렇게
the
하기로
attitude I
했을
decided
뿐이에요.
to adopt.
이제
Now this boat will come in useful.
이건
Just
뒤집어질
a-
염려는 없는
Not
것이오.
capsize?
구명조끼나
Should I pack
튜브는
some
안
life with
넣어도
this
될까요?
or a buoy? By the time all 13 squeezed our way in, If was absolutely packed and precariously swaying. Some sinners' faces darkened with concern. Don't worry, guys. Even if you all drown, I'll bring you guys right back. All right as rain. Just kidding.
자,
Right then.
파티에 취해.
Drink
너무
responsibly,
늦게
everyone.
돌아오진 말라고.
He knows we're not going to get the drink. He does. My man knows. He's like, have fun with that drinking you think you're going to do. That's what he said. He said it without saying it. Am I wrong? I'm not wrong. I know I'm not wrong. God damn it. More story. I have to see it. I still don't see anyone on the deck. Wait, but a moment. I shall make use of my lungs. A howl, a bellow, so powerful they have no recourse but to heed us. Hark! Shut it! You'll burst my eardrums.
그런데 이런
By the way, is it okay for us to just barge into a
괜찮은 거야?
yacht party like this?
그 뭐냐?
Don't have a
초대장도 없을 텐데.
invitation or anything like it either.
주눅들지 마 그래.
Without your chest, Greg. The more the merrier, right? They'll understand.
버티고 나발이고 목표는 정보
I
수집이에요.
couldn't care less about a party.
헛짓거리하면 놓고 갈 겁니다.
We're here to gather intel. Waste any more time and I'm leaving you behind.
여기
Wow.
진짜 좋아 보이긴 하네요.
This place is really fancy. Numerous liquor bottles and half-eaten food are strewn haphazardly over the deck.
바로 직전까지 이 자리에서 파티를 벌이고 있었던
It
것으로
appears
보인다.
that this party must have ended very recently and abruptly.
안쪽에 불이 켜져 있어. 잽싸게 가보고 오리라.
I spy light shining from the ship's interiors. I shall swiftly go. Swiftly, like the wind, verify its sources. Bokathedragon, running on sheer excitement for a party, scuttled to the cabins.
시끄러운 게 하나
Well,
사라졌네.
that's one loudmouth gone. Then Heathcliff slammed his fist into the loudspeaker that was blaring the music this time.
이제야 살 것
Blimey.
같네. 귀
Well, that's
터지는
a
줄
relief.
알았어.
But my eardrums were gonna burst. I decided to remain silent. The music was pretty loud. Was pretty loud.
음악이 꺼지니까
Well, awfully quiet up here now
영썰러해지는구만.
that the music's gone.
그러고 보니 지금
Oh, this
상황과
reminds me of a
비슷한
story
이야기가
my nanny used to tell
생각나네요.
me. It's an old story, but
유머가
Don Quixote returns with a dumbfounded expression on her face. There was not.
뭐가? 음식?
Was that?
술? 아니면 둘
What?
다?
What was not? Food? Drinks? Both? There was no one.
없었어. 그저
Yet the lights were left on,
그저 불만 켜져
with nary a
있었다는
soul to
거지.
be seen.
방금까지 파티가 있었던 게
Ridiculous. It's
자명하다.
clear that moments ago a large group
사람은
of people were having a
없다는
party
말이
on the deck.
된다고나?
How could there be no one aboard? Or truth?
진짜요?
Mayhaps they are busying themselves with a game of hide and seek.
이런 모임에 모일 만한 사람들이 그럴 거라고는 상상이 잘 안 되지 않니?
I can't imagine the crowd that left all these liquor bottles behind would be the kind that enjoys playing hide and seek like kids at a party.
그럼 사라졌다는 건가요? 여기 사람들이
So what? They just vanished into the air like they were.
이미
Wait,
파도에 당한
did the
배?
Braves already?
다른 가능성을 둔다면 배에 창고가
There is
있겠다.
one possibility remaining. One remaining possibility. Ship's storage space.
그런데 파티를 하던 사람들이 이 모든 음식과 술을 내버려두고
Are you saying these
좁은
party
창고에
people
우르르
left all this
모여있다고?
uneaten food and liquor behind just to huddle in a cramped storage room?
아, 네, 딱 이런 이야기였어요.
I have a feeling I'm not gonna like this story. Oh, I remember now. Yes. The story went something like this.
성대한
Once a
잔치를
huge
한다는
manor set out
초대장을 받고
invitations for a
어떤
grand
집들이
party.
들어갔는데 아무도 보이지
When
않는다는
they-
거였어요.
When the guests arrived, they found the manor vacant and engulfed in deathly silence.
저희
How about we get the good
노래나
music
다시
going again,
틀까?
guys?
라디오
I
작살냈는데?
smashed the radio, lad.
이게 파도에 당했던
This
배라면
ship was struck by the waves.
당장 나가야
We have
하는데
to get out of here. Now.
그런데 열려 있는
Then,
어떤 방에서
boom, boom, banging noises coming from the
조그마한
door
소리가
slightly
들리길래
ajar. So, of
들어가
course,
보았더니
we went there to investigate and.
들어가 보았더니
사람들이 두
And there they were, bodies,
시체가
stiff as
찌뻣뻣하게
corpses, and rigor mortis,
껑충껑충
arms stretched
튀어오르면서
forward, hopping up and down. I think I'll check out the storage space.
싱클레어군 왜 그렇게
Sinclair, bro. Wherefore art thou thy pulp so sodden?
체질이에요.
Genetics! Sinclair hurried, left the room in search of the ship's storage.
추는 춤이
Which was the
한때
dance.
유행 중이었다는
That was all the rage back then,
이야기였습니다.
apparently. Art of dancing must truly be an art of great profanity.
심오한
He's
것인가?
literally mentioning Jishangis, I think they're called, or Jigangshis. They're special hopping zombies. They're basically hopping because their soul's trying to leave the body, but there's a seal on their body that lets the soul not leave. Jangshis. Yeah.
별 이야기도 아니었잖아.
Well,
괜히 기대하게
that
만들고
was some
말이야.
damn squid. I thought they were actually going somewhere.
본인은 틀림없이
I thought with great confidence
다시
that it
살아
would be the
움직이는
tale of the
지체의
living
이야기일
dead.
거라
It is!
생각했지만
Hong Lu just doesn't understand it. So he thinks that it's people dancing.
괜히 애 겁주기는.
Now what
꼬맹이는 어디로
you gotta do
도망간
that
거야?
for? You scared the kid off. Where'd he go? I'll go find Sinclair. I knew it. We have enough energy for one more fight. Is this the fight you guys kept mentioning? One of them at least. $5:30 is. All right, we'll do this and then we'll go to Oblivion.
작살.
So
놓치지
obviously that
말게.
means I'll need experience past this. Pretty dark in here. The hallway to the storage was significantly narrower than the party deck. I had nothing but faint, occasional flashing lights to guide me through this dark hallway. I decided to proceed carefully. Seriously, this place is way creepier than wherever Hong Lu's story was going with his story. Hey, Claire? You there? I wasn't sure where these water droplets were falling from. They were clearly getting on my nerves. I don't see anything here. Not that I could at this dark. Even if there were. All I see is a very faint ray of light. And... Hey, Claire? I'm seeing Claire. It seemed to me that he had been standing there for a good while. Exactly how long, I wasn't sure. Claire stood there like death. He looked up. What are you looking at? I'm in here. I noticed there was something funny about the ray of light. I assumed that the light I saw was from a lamp or something. But no? It was just there. In the general area where Sinclair stood. There was no light source. The light's shining in from the outside, maybe? No, that doesn't make sense. We're in deep in the ship's storage. A big metal box with no opening for even a single strand of natural light. Besides, it's nighttime. It's getting more and more bizarre by the second. Where's this light coming from? Sinclair, we gotta get out of here. Run now. Come on. Fear of the unknown intensifies. What I saw defied every bit of common sense I had accumulated over the journey. I had to get Sinclair out of there. I snatched and tugged his limp wrist. Come on, wake up! That seemed to have done the trick. Sinclair suddenly stopped after rallying and began screaming. He bolted out of the room. Ah, the lads lost the plot. Wasn't the bloody?
공중에 사람이
There was a
공중에
person
사람이
floating in
공중에
the
사람이 공중에 사람이
air. A person floating in the air. Someone was up in the air, just suspended in the air.
이거 진짜 무서워졌는데.
Okay, now I'm actually creeped out.
사람
That can't be
리가 없죠.
a person.
그럼
Then that was.
네, 설명할 시간이 있나요? 당장 무기
What
들어요.
do you think we have enough time for a lecture? Prepare for battle. Oh, is that those water things that I see a lot in my mirror dungeons? The heck are these? Whale of the Thousand Strands Mermaid. I don't get it. Well, that's not cool. They have a ton of health. They add sinking. Oh, they just kill all of your SP. And they're tanky. Well, yeah, but are these... Like, I understand that they were humans once. I've never thought these things before. I don't like that they're so tanky. And if they fail, they do SP damage. I don't like that. That seems very... It doesn't seem fair. Because either way, they do something. So you have to win the clash. Absolutely. Because if you fail the clash, they're either healing or they're stealing your sanity. Like purely sanity. Ishmael's special passive. It pops up every now and then. It said I for weakness. Compulsion. Compulsion always shows up. First encounter with negative 25 SP. At less than 0 SP, at turn start, gain attack power up. She gets more damage for having lower. There's a way to disable it, but it's fun to watch you do the canto as it was intended. Okay.
너냐?
Wait! I don't like that. Are you telling me that they killed my SP? If they get any tails? Even if they're not winning? I thought I saw her SP go down. Or did I just see that wrong?
기름도 나오지 않는 놈이 구려.
끝내지.
자, 어쩌겠지. 잘 생각해보라고.
교전 시작합니다.
이제 끝내지.
그쪽 방향이 아닐 텐데.
가치 없군. 죽어라. 숨통 끊기. 좋아. 생동감이 살아있는 좋은 공간이 됐군. 다음 먹잇감도 이런 식이었으면
stop there.
좋겠어.
So obviously I need more experience, and I want to try to get the Faust up to level 40. I'll pull her on stream tomorrow, but we probably won't play too much tomorrow because I'm gonna grind some experience and stuff, and grind more of these so I can be like ahead of the game. But I will pull on stream tomorrow.